Alright, guys, so I just noticed for once I have my shirt on. Well, I, I'll be porn star. No, I actually do have my shirt on a lot of times. Plus I like this. I like this. Last night I was walking outside with the shirt and a girl. I kind of, you know, I kind of notice her. I don't really talk to her a lot, but I kind of notice her. And we were talking last night, and she was like, "You keep tabs on me," and I'm like, "I don't really keep tabs on you." But then I'm like, "Yeah, I do kind of notice you." I mean, and because I keep asking her, like, "Were you on holiday? Were you on vacation?" And because if I haven't seen her for a while or whatever, and you got to do that. You got to flirt. You got to say these things. That's how you get them. And so I was like, and then I was like, in my own language, I was like, if I didn't keep tabs on you, who would I keep tabs on? And she started, he, it was funny. But I had the shirt on then, and she kind of likes this shirt. And, um, you know, it was, uh, it was funny, I, maybe if I feel hot, maybe the shirt will come off. But anyway, a lot of recent comments I've got on my X and all this. Now, I was thinking this morning about should I write about this? Should I? But I've already written about it, but I've already also done videos about it, but I figured I'd talk about it. I don't know. I like to talk. I mean, fuck, Guys, I never even did all these videos. Never. I never did videos. I even stopped doing them because it was like too much. It was a pain in the ass, and then it's funny. The Some of my biggest haters came to me, and oh, aren't you gonna do more videos? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do them. I don't want to do videos. And they're like, well, man, you had some good stuff. But these guys unknowingly gave me the fodder for then, all this. Then our channels got banned. Then all that happened. Then we started again. Then we got banned again. Now we're starting, well, not starting. Now we're finally getting some traction. Uh, but we're applying, live and learn, and I'll get all those old videos back. I just I have to look through all my multiple, like my life is all online and, and then so I can't be canceled or deleted because it's all, I mean, even I've lost track on how many servers I own, I mean, it's a very complex setup. It's kind of like Amazon does it. And, you know, uh, because it's all cloud based. But anyway, the topic for today is you gotta continue to win, man. You gotta win at all costs. Because here's the bottom line. It's like I think I wrote about this. Somebody like an Iron Mike Tyson. Now this guy was a fucking monster, a beast, right? But what do people remember about him? Oh, he bit Holyfield's ear off and he lost. Oh, he got sent to prison. But they don't remember the fact that Iron Mike, even today, is a fucking animal. He's a beast. And in his prime, I've told you the story of, idiot Brad Pitt with Iron Mike's girl in his, how can you be so stupid, man? He was literally begging Iron Mike to not hit him in the face. Literally, it's a true story. If you're that stupid, then fuck. I mean, I think they were divorcing or something, so it wasn't really that he was, but still, I mean, that's Iron Mike. Mike Tyson, man, you don't fuck with Mike Tyson. Anyway, You gotta be stupid to fuck with Mike Tyson. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, he's a very gentle guy, but anyway, um, the fact of so here's the thing: Iron Mike Tyson, he won all those heavyweight belts. He did all this, did all that, but people remember only the loss, right? This is why you must continue to win at all costs. Okay, you must not ever lose. Now, in that process, it could be anyone, it could be Trump, it could be anyone, but when Trump lost, or he didn't really lose. I mean, they stole that election, we all know it. But whatever it is, the final result was that. You never really felt he lost, but everybody was jumping up and down that, he lost, but nobody really felt. There's a story when Trump was bankrupt. This is why I love Trump. He was walking down the road and he was with this model, and there was a beggar, and Trump pointed at the beggar, and he was like, the beggar has more money than I do. And you know what? I've said similar things before to people in the past when I was completely down, completely no money, nothing. And the model, I don't know, she didn't even believe him, and people didn't believe me. And and of course, they tried to get some free conversation out of the rich guy going places. And so later I then stopped talking to them. But they just didn't believe me. I mean, it's like, that story I told you about in China. I had no money, nothing. I'm standing there on a fucking hill, and all these kids show up. Hanto Chien, Megwaran, Megwaran. I'm like, then I tell them, I maybe, okay, I told them, American, no money, no money. But they don't believe it. You can tell, it's written on their face. That how can he not have any money? I'm that guy, man. I've always been that guy. That's why I always have girls. I always have money. I always have. But the bottom line to all this is a lot of you guys miss this. Like when in the process of winning, you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot. But you must not ever show that. Never, ever. Never display weakness. Like Paula told me this once. She calls me an emperor. Emperor Mike is what she calls me. And a couple of years ago, I don't know, I did one video on the other side. And I wasn't really nice, but I wasn't as brutal as I am. And she was like, Emperor Mike, respectfully, never show any weakness. And she told me this, and it was just, nobody would notice it, but she did. She's smart. My geisha. And, I got a comment today from an idiot, Fat Ben. He calls his mates slaves. How dare he? Classic, boyo, classic. That was classic. Anyway. And then he writes these long things about he's a narcissist, long rambling posts. I'll post it on my site sometime, maybe with this write-up that I'll do. But, God, man, I laugh. I literally, when this guy, Fat Ben, he writes, or he rambles, I literally have to hold my hand like this because I get a stitch in my side from laughing. He's a horrible person. He has 4 daughters. He never sees them. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you're sterile. You can't get your dick up. Your woman doesn't want you. You have no money. You've never had a business. Everybody in the industry has fired you, including myself, brutally. I'm just the most brutal and open about it. Nobody talks about it. And so you're, he was talking about another guy this morning. Oh, the great Karl Gotch never charged anyone to learn. Now Karl Gotch, and a certain fat guy that promotes books, but he's a very good marketer, but can't do a single pull-up. And he's right. He's actually written books on pull-ups, but he hasn't done a single one himself. Try that one on for size. And Fat Ben, the only reason Fat Ben doesn't call him out because he's also fat. Otherwise, if he was slim and sexy, Fat Ben would be, trolling him up and down. But it's funny. But even when you're losing, if you are, but you will, like Trump, you look at, guys like, I don't know, like, whoever it is. Here's the bottom line. Think about this. Think about what your detractors and haters and, when you're winning, they're going to hate you. And I'd rather have people hate me than love me, because the more people that hate me, an inverse proportion of people will love me. So if, let's say, 100 people hate me, 10 people will be insanely devoted to me. And I'd rather have those 10 people. That's just how it is. And I love it when my list of haters grows and, my family, everybody, because that inverse, that's just the law of the universe, The law of, I don't know, opposites, polarity, I didn't make it, Newton did, opposites attract or whatever, and the more somebody hates you, the more somebody loves you. It's just that simple. There's no, it's yin and yang, what I keep talking about, yin and yang. So that's fine. People are going to keep, the more you win, the people are going to keep, and that's fine, because these people, we've spoken about this before, they're fat, lazy losers that can't, that they identify as birds and all this shit. And people are going to keep hating you. That is fine. And they don't necessarily hate you for, your success at your work. They hate you because you have girls and you're living your life on your own terms. That's why they hate Trump. That's why they hate any masculine man. That's really what they hate. And Trump doesn't even have long hair, but they complain, oh, the president of America has orange hair. I mean, who cares? He's fucking winning. Anyway, so Trump, anyways, but if you lose, just think about how brutal. Right now, they're complaining, but you can always sense that undertone of, and you can see it on their faces of, we're venting this guy, but he's still doing what, we can't stop him. But, if you truly lose, think about how brutally these people will humiliate you. They will spend, they will literally, then they'll say, this guy that thought he was so good, now look where he is. That's what they're going to say. And they are going to grind you into the dust like fucking, like an ant. It's brutal, but it's how it works. That's how these losers are. Because these losers are kind of like all in the middle idiots. They have no lives. They have no, they're going nowhere. They just sit there and complain about people. They complain about the poor. They complain about the rich. They complain about everybody excepting themselves, because they can do no wrong according to them. They're idiots. But hey, everybody's imperfect, including myself. I mean, I proudly brag about being imperfect. Imperfectly perfect, hubby porn star. But, if you truly lose, now, winning and losing, now in that process of winning, you lose a lot. There can be no dark without light, no light without dark. It's yin and yang, it's just what it is. Ups and downs, it's what it is. and you gotta handle that. But you can never show weakness, and you can never. It's not about so much showing weakness. You can even show weakness. It doesn't matter. I mean, but you have to do it right. And inside of you, there has to be this thing that never fucking gives up, and the other person will feel it. You know, and they may brutally try this, try that. They may say things. They may, there was this famous movie star in India, kind of interesting guy. When I was young, my dad said my dad, and he was mocking me. Oh, you think you're this big man, and I mean, all I was doing was trying to shave. I mean, geez, I mean, Jesus, Dad, like, what's a 13-year-old guy gonna do? I mean, I was trying to shave, and he mocked me by saying, "You think you have these big mustaches and mustache? I'm not the one with the mustache. I mean, my mom likes men with mustaches. I don't know why. She thinks they're manly, but, I never had a mustache. I mean, fucking, I can't even grow my beard out like that. I'm more, like this, sexy and cool and 22 years old or 13 years old or 18 years old, like whatever the fuck you want to call me. But, and I think the shirt, well, yeah, it is hot, man. I can't sit around with my fucking shirt all day long. Anyway, uh, uh, and so this guy, I mean, AB, let's just call him AB. This guy, my dad once told me that you are a combination of AB and AK. In India, that is, let's pronounce it the Indian way, Amitabh Bachchan and Akshay Kumar. He thinks this, that. And yeah, I've written about that. And well, what happened years later, Dad? People call me a movie star anyway. You look like a movie star. You look like a TV personality. So it's amazing how everybody will hate. And my point is this, that this guy, this movie star, this actual, he went bankrupt. All right. He's an interesting guy. Like he's he's an interesting guy. He's got this white goatee, and he's a guy, and he doesn't have a mustache, stiff upper lip. That's another guy who's equally interesting. But and everybody said, they made these comments about him that he thought he was all this. Now look at him. He can't even afford to eat. Because literally, he couldn't even afford to eat. And, hey, I've been there, done that, it happens. But people never really thought that he completely lost. That he didn't. And then, a few years later, his fortune changed, father time. And now, I mean, I don't know. I don't follow Bollywood, but it's funny. I mean, I just saw a video of him the other day. So, uh, even during that process of making it, the other person must never feel that you've given up. And that can only happen if you're honestly not giving up. Honestly. Because if you're just bragging, if you're just saying things, but people can feel if you're trying at whatever it is. It could be getting girls, it could be doing push ups, it could be, whatever the fuck it is, It could be fucking sitting around like this, trying at this, whatever it is. People can feel you're trying. They may not say it, but, and, then that means you're winning, and, your results will come. And that's the key, You must continue to win at all costs, is the point of this message. All costs. You must, no matter what. Family, friends, no matter, because at the end of the day, if you lose, then, and an easy way, all these influencers, like I'm one myself without trying to be, but a lot of them have no money. Okay, on they may have X number of followers or whatever. It's all garbage, bullshit bots, and it's all bullshit. Twitter's a cesspit these days, and they have no money, or they have they don't really have any money, I should say. And, one day their Instagram account gets banned and bang, their income sources go. Then next day, they're working at the coffee shop. And then you look at the girl or you look at whoever the fuck it is, but this is an actual story. I think Sophia, someone, or uh, and people were pointing at her. Isn't she the influencer with 4 million followers? And now here she is working at Starbucks. Uh, it's brutal, man. I mean, so that so it's this is why I've always prioritized and I've always been a businessman before anything else, because to me it's always been about fucking business, business overall. Because let's face it, who runs the show in a movie? The producers produce. I mean, are the ones that really people think actors run it. No, they don't. They're important, but it's really the producer that holds the real authority. And who funds the producer? Well, it could be the mafia, which is a business. Ultimately, businessmen rule the world. This is my point. And businessmen find ways to win. If you don't find ways to win, regardless, you're not a real businessman, you're a failed businessman. And, that's what it is. And yeah, that's it. Continue to win at all costs because it is so worth it. Remember, they will never remember your. You could have won 100 fights, you could have done all these good things, but they'll remember that one loss. That's because human beings are negative by default, and they tend to remember the most negative of things. And, the human mind is negative by default. So they'll just remember the negative. They'll never remember the positive, the good you did, or, unless you keep winning, and in that case, they'll never acknowledge it, but they'll see it, so they'll be forced to, they'll keep coping and seething inside, and, I love it when guys like, Schofield and, Fat Ben, and, there's, well, not on Twitter, but on my email list, I get all these comments from freebie seekers and wankers. Because the more I get those comments, the more I take that negative energy and put it into positive for myself. It's very easy to do. And I mean, it's almost an automatic process, but I just help it along, So I love those comments. I mean, he writes, people write long posts about how I'm a narcissist and, the narcissist Raul Mukherjee, Lex Luger, whatever the hell, Habib porn star. But, it's funny. And he thinks Hannibal is a real person. Oh my God, his daughter was in the hospital, but he fucked the housemaid. Oh my God. Hey, I mean, you don't even have... You're an ADHD-riddled, sciatica-riddled idiot that jumped off of cliffs to test the waters onto hard sand because you thought it was a good idea. Not even a bird, which you identify as, would be that dumb, Ben. And you broke your legs, and now you whine all your life. And you can't get your dick up, number one, because you're sterile. And number two, because it's so tiny, it's micro. And maybe I'll write about this. Yeah, I wrote about this yesterday, but I gotta give y'all all the juicy details. But I thought that, I like to do these videos. I like to talk to my tribe, and that's why, and I have kids with multiple women. I don't even, I mean, that's just a natural thing to do. But yeah, you can't get your dick up, man. I mean, keep coping. I mean, the point is this: continue to win at all costs. Otherwise, uh, otherwise, what's the point? You might as well just accept the loss and become one of the losers. Uh, you know. So that's my point. So two key points. What have we learned here? One, continue to win at all costs. Two, in that process, there'll always be ups and downs. Accept the downs, be glad for them, because without them, there will be no up. All this stuff I talked about of money, I used to tell my mom, because I don't tell them what I do. I just shake a tree and money falls, is what I told her. Because she used to yell at me, and, the typical feminist thing, she's a woman, she can do that, blah, blah, blah. But, and now, literally, it does. I mean, I have, I checked an account I hadn't since 2009. I didn't even know I still had that fucking account. And I had money in there. I mean, explain that. It doesn't show where I got it from. I mean, maybe if I trace it or whatever, but yeah, without the downs, there will never be ups and never show any weakness. And, but in order for all that to work, you, my friend, it's not about just saying I don't show weakness. You must truly believe in yourself, because that self-belief, when you look at the other person, will transmute. It's called confidence. It's called, you're emperor, sir. Fuck the rest of the minions. That's just what it is. I mean, with me, that's just what it is. I mean, I don't even have to be brutal or rude. I say please and thank you. Which emperor says that? But I say it. But she still calls me that. It's not that. People can feel something, and those are the three key points to take away from this video. And Hobby Pornstar, we'll see y'all later. Gator, by the way, are they closing down Alligator Alcatraz, Little Ben? I kind of like that facility. Alligators eating the... You, my friend, are a fucking idiot. Later.